It is the Nifty.Show, episode number something or other. I don't know. Look at your podcast player and you'll know what the episode is. This is Joel Comm here, and I am along with my son, Zach. Hello, Sir Zach.
Hello, Sir Joel. How's it going?
Good. We really need to get you your square meter of Scottish land.
I need to become a Scottish landowner.
So you can be a lord along with us. I don't know if I told you this yet, if you heard the episode, but Travis and I are both knights of the country of Sealand now.
You've been knighted. So
Yes,
sword over the shoulder and everything.
Yeah, so I'll have to show you. They sent us a nice little folio with a certificate signed by their prince and all.
Noble.
A long time ago, when I was a wee lad, I used to collect physical trading cards, whether they were baseball cards or Star Wars cards. And the goal was always, of course, to complete your collection. And we would buy these little binders and you would slip your cards into those. What you collected, what was the ones that you collected?
Oh, I've collected all sorts of different games. There was a Star Wars trading card game a long time ago that I collected a lot of. I've collected Magic. I've collected Pokemon, just everywhere.
What was that other? There was another one, though, that they were going to make NFTs soon. They had a revival coming that you and your sister were into.
Neopets. Neopets was going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we collected cards, they were purely for our enjoyment. And now we collect NFTs a lot of times for the same reasons. But what if collecting and completing those collections earns you cryptocurrency in a play to earn format? So we have with us today Ethan Chae with Kollect.cards, a play to earn gamified collection card platform. It's spelled Kollect with a K, Kollect.cards. Ethan, welcome to the Nifty.Show.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting me.
So I'm assuming that as a child, you collected physical cards as well. What was your big love?
Mine was actually Pokemon. I grew up with it. So Pokemon stickers, Pokemon cards, I collected them. Other than that, I actually collected Tajos. I'm not sure if it existed in where you lived.
What's it called?
Tajos. It's like something it's like little things they have when you eat those Cheetos kind of snacks. And you have all kinds of Warner Bros. Kind of characters in it and those kind of things.
So you'd have to be careful when eating a Cheeto to not get a little Taito in there as well. It's like, hey, that's rubbery. That's not a Cheeto. Maybe it is. Oh no. Zach, have you ever heard of that other?
No, I can't say that I have, but that doesn't surprise me. The Asian market is absolutely chock full of sort of regionally focused properties, and I know that collecting is as big, if not bigger, over there than it is over here.
Yeah. So tell us about your inspiration then to making the leap from these physical collectibles to digital and creating this platform.
So my partners are from the gaming industries. So they've been in the industry for over 20 years and they've been building like AAA grade games and MMORPG games. And what they realize is that people nowadays play games have fun, but they also play games to collect all those items, different characters, pets, rides, and those kind of things. So we were like, okay, people are really into collecting. And we kind of remembered like when we were growing up that we were also into collecting. We just grow out of it in a way because it's a hobby we do for fun, but it doesn't really have economic activity around it, right? And we're like, why don't we bring the existing collectible cards type of collectibles into the digital space and gamify it, turn it into more like game like kind of a platform and service where people can still enjoy the activity of collecting and possibly make a living out of their hobby if it actually grows, if this network actually grows. So we're probably the first collect-to-earn project in the market where the whole token economy is actually centered around the activity of collecting itself. So the only way the user can mine our token is by staking their collect NFTs into the collection books. And the more you collect, the more your return you'll get in terms of real pool. And
I am super behind the concept of people being rewarded for this sort of completionism, the God that catch 'em all excitement of hunting down those rare assets that you have yet to acquire. I'm very curious as to where you see the value for the token that is rewarded to users coming from. How do you anticipate that this token would be spent?
So the tokens will be spent for like all the discounts in the like that have all the transaction that happens inside our platform. For example, we like in order for our NFTs to like in order to users to have more collection of our NFTs, they need to synthesize their cards into the recipes, and they, like only way certain cards can be minted will be through certain recipes. Some of them will be open, some of them will be secret. So you need to be able to you need to find out, and we'll be adding quests and like missions where people who have certain cards can participate. So and those will be open, and all those activities and transactions need our token. And on top of that, in order to get access to certain like whitelists inside our platform or certain recipes, you need to stake and hold and stake our token a certain amount. That's where the utility comes from for that for our token. And
So,
also we, oh, I'm sorry.
uh,
Also, we are launching a play to earn game where our token will be used inside the game.
is that this the world of cards that I'm looking at here
Yep.
on the screen?
Yep.
So who are these characters here? Obviously, there's it feels a little Pokemonish. It feels a little Axie Infinity. What's going on here?
This is our own IP. We created those jelly kitsy dumpling type when we were building another game. On another game, we were another mobile game we used to make, and we turned that into an entire project of our own. So we need to test. We wanted to test our idea of collectible cards. So these are munchies, little munchies, and they're like jellies and dumplings. Are there different races basically? And we'll be keep on adding different races into this universe. So what we're trying to bring here is that we're trying to make different NFT collectibles to become part of a same game, same universe. So you can turn your NFT into our collectible cards. So any NFT projects that are out there can partner up with us, and they can turn their NFT collectible into our type of card, and these cards can be used in that game. So what can happen is that Power Rangers versus Munchies versus like Bored Apes, those kind of things. That's what we're trying to make happen inside that World of Cards game.
As soon as you pursue the angle of pulling other IPs into the same game, where now you have your original IP as sort of a foundation, a starter, and then
Mm-hmm.
you add in Power Rangers cards, that very quickly accelerates into this more metaverse approach, where you have these
Mm-hmm.
characters in this crossover that could not exist in any other fashion. And
Yep.
that sounds truly incredible to me.
So we want to actually expand this universe by also doing like collaborations of Munchie Kings and like other IPs. So we have these dumpling types of characters, and they could be parodied into, like possibly like Star Wars, whatever, whatever IPs that we can partner up with. And the Star Wars themselves can come in, or like Power Rangers themselves can come in. So it's a lot of creativity could happen here. And it's not just this one single game. We're bringing more games, more casual types of games, where all these NFTs can be used as characters inside the game.
So it looks like the next big thing is this Power Rangers launch. So
Yeah.
when does this happen? How many cards will there be? How much are packs? How many cards come in a pack? Is there another site I can look at that shows more about this?
Oh, sure. Most of the information are actually in our Medium and like Discord. We usually put our information there. The website will be updated within a week or so, with all the information you will need for the minting. We're dropping 10,000 packs and 4,000 standard pack with 10 build cards in it, and they're priced at eight or around 7.99, so $8. We are giving an super early bird discount of 20% of the original price. 6,000 premium packs, which contain 60 build cards in them, which are priced around 39.99. So original price is 50. So we're giving 20% discount on the super early birds.
What
So
chain are you selling these on, Ethan?
on Polygon.
Okay, so that way you can avoid the gas
Yep.
fees.
Yep. That's what we wanted because our project depends heavily on synthesis and a lot of interaction with the cards. So you need to trade the cards that you don't have in your collection. You need to synthesize the cards to get like final cards, or many of these transactions need to happen. So we wanted a very cheap gas fee in order to make it easier and convenient for the users. That's why we chose Polygon.
This looks like a collection book here, Zach, right? Kind of old school.
Yeah, it looks like there are individual claims associated with individual assets as the grid is sort of filled out, which really facilitates that sense of progression. And I want to go back to that specifically because it sounds like you have this interesting structure set up where basically somebody comes in at the entry point and they begin to collect assets. That rewards them with the token that's used to improve their ability to collect more rare assets. And so
Mm-hmm.
they start with a small collection, and that is the springboard at the same time that allows them to get deeper in to obtain the more valuable and more scarce assets, as opposed to simply buying wholesale into the project with Polygon and just instantly getting access to everything.
Mm-hmm. So you like what we are trying to do here is we are trying to give back most to the users who participate more actively. So it's not just the whales who can just come in and buy everything out. More like you need to actually be able to find out the recipes and synthesize and put an effort into the collection book itself, and you're getting rewarded by that. And we want to keep on that positive like feed cycle so that more collectors who come in earlier and they're rewarded more by the end.
Uh, the game looks like a lot of fun, so I'm curious as to know when it would be playable and what's necessary to play it.
So game we are preparing the launch within this quarter. You'll be needing our NFTs. Any of our cards can be turned into the card inside the game. So you need to take the card in your wallet and stake it inside the game, and then you'll have the character connected to the game that's generated. So what will happen is the stats of your character will be decided by the rarity of the card, and it'll be random in a way. So if you stake ultra rare, there is a range of stats that you'll be given, and you might be lucky that you might end up with lowest of that range or highest of the range. But you have the chance to reset your stats and professions of the cards, and you can
Zach,
battle them.
didn't we just talk to Monkey Kingdom about Wukong? And here he is again, right? Showing up as the king of monkeys in this game.
Yeah.
If you spend enough time around Eastern media, you'll see certain mythological figures crop up repeatedly, and it's sort of impossible to have an all-encompassing, uh, shall we say, mythology in a game without including some of those critical archetypes, and the trickster god is
Mhm.
one of them for sure.
What I really
Yeah.
like about this is a lot. We've created a lot of collectibles with our blockchain heroes cards, and that's what they were intended to be, collectibles. While we are now working on a game with a partner, initially they were designed to be collectibles, and I think in the NFT world a lot of collectibles have lost steam for lack of incentive. And as you can see here, Kollect's system is, here you are as the collector, you buy packs, you get the NFTs, you stake them into your public or private book, and then you collect. From that, you get a distribution reward, and around it goes. So just whether there's a game to play or not, there's rewards beyond owning the collections for collecting. And it kind of makes collection sexy again.
Yep. Yep. That's what we're trying to do. So we're trying to differentiate ourselves from the existing NFT products out there by actually from the get-go give utility to our NFTs. So there is something that users can interact and play with from the very beginning, so that we can keep the team up and running, and we'll be adding more IPs into the ecosystem and adding more games, so users can have more fun, more ways to interact with their collections.
Looks great. Looking forward to the launch. If you guys want to go read more about the project, Kollect.cards, Kollect with a K. Of course, we got some links for you in the show notes as well. Ethan, we wish you and the team great success with this. Can't wait to see how it develops.
Thank you so much.
Zach, we be collecting stuff. I want to get my hands on some of these Power Rangers. You didn't watch too much Power Rangers, did you? When you were
No,
little?
it was too violent for our wholesome household.
Was it taboo in our house? Sorry. You can watch it now if you want to. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. The Nifty Show is the world's first NFT podcast, and we're almost 2 years in. We'll be celebrating our second anniversary in May, and we'll catch you on the next time. And as always,
keep it nifty.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Joel and Zach are the hosts, you'll know. Joel and Zach say this will blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.